それではご登壇者をご紹介をさせていただきます。センター長の谷川からご紹介もございましたけれども、世界で、アントレプレナーシップの研究並びに教育の最先端でご活躍されている方々をお招きをしております。皆さん向かいまして一番右手の方からご紹介をさせていただきますが、シンガポール国立大学教授ワンポーカム博士でございます。はい、お隣がスタンフォード大学教授リチャード B ダッシャー博士でございます。お隣がマサチューセッツ工科大学 E センタープログラムマネージャーホゼ J パチェコ様でいらっしゃいます。そのお隣からは九州大学の関係者になりますけれども、九州大学高等研究院特任准教授アハメッド博士でいらっしゃいます。お隣お二人は九州大学の卒業生になりますけれども、藤田侑里香様です。そのお隣が、同じく卒業生の、横田幸信様です。テーブルを挟んでそのお隣になりますけれども、本日の、コメンテーターをお務めていただきます早稲田大学教授松田修一博士でいらっしゃいます。向かいまして一番左端、本日の、モデレーターの当センター長谷川徹でございます。それでは司会進行谷川にバトンタッチいたします。
はい、それではパネルディスカッションを始めたいと思います。今日このですねパネルディスカッションでございますが、テーマはですね皆様のお手元にお渡ししております通り、アントレプレナーは作れるか、大学の挑戦ということでございます。具体的に何をこのパネルでディスカッションしたいかということでございますが、どういったそのアントレプレナーが今日本で求められるのか、そしてそのアントレプレナーを生み出すには大学がどういう役割を果たすべきなのか、そしてそれは可能なのかと、九州大学のこのQRECというところで可能なのかということを議論したいと思っております。そのためにアメリカ、シンガポールの大学の経験者の方からご経験をお話しいただき、そしてこの九州大学で具体的なチャレンジをされていらっしゃる先生、そして先ほど言いましたQREPですね、このQREPということをきっかけに新たな道を歩もうとし始めた方々にですねお話を聞きですね、そのお話の厚みを持とうと、そういった計画目論見でございます。で、そういうことでございますので、まずQREPのその学生を経験された卒業生、そして今これから新しいことにチャレンジしようとしている方には、そのQREPというところで何を学んだか、そして何が大学に不足しているのか、何が今後その大学に求められるのかということのヒントをいただこうと思っております。そしてアシル先生の方からはですね、アシル先生、バングラデシュのご出身なんですけれども、バングラデシュから日本に来られ、そして現在九州大学で研究をされていらっしゃいますけれども、九州大学の技術および研究成果を使ってバングラデシュでバングラデシュのいろんな問題を解決するために大変奮闘されていらっしゃいます。そういったチャレンジ精神のエネルギーがどこから出てきたのか、そういったチャレンジに対して大学はどう貢献できるのか、しているのかと、そんなことをお話をいただこうというふうに私は思っております。そして3人のアメリカ、そしてシンガポールの先生はいずれの方も大変アントレプレナーシップ教育で著名な大学の責任者の方でいらっしゃいます。アメリカでのアントレプレナーシップ教育のご経験を語っていただき、そしてこの九州大学のアントレプレナーシップ QREC についていろんなアドバイスをいただこうと、こういったことを考えているわけでございます。ということで、まず最初にですね、今日ここに立たれていらっしゃるパネリストの方からそれぞれお話をいただき、その後で質疑をさせていただき、そして最後に早稲田大学の 松田先生から、そのパネルのですね、まとめをしていただくというふうに思っています。松田先生、早稲田大学でアントレプレナーシップ教育について大変長いご経験をお持ちです。そのご経験を生かして、総合的なコメントをいただこうと、こういった計画でございます。ということで、じゃあ早速ですね、パネリストの方からご発表をいただこうと思っております。1人10分ずつご説明をいただき、その後約40分弱でございますが、議論および会場内からも時間があれば質問を取らせていただこうと思っております。それでは最初にQREPの OB である横田さんと、そして藤田さんの方からご発表をお願いします。
では始めさせていただきます。How QREP Fosters Entrepreneurship と題しまして、私は QREP5 期の藤田侑里香と申します。と横田さんです。
1期生の横田と言います。よろしくお願いします。
発表を始めさせていただきます。本日お話ししたいこととしまして、はじめに QREP について私の方から説明した後に、個人発表として2項目説明させていただきます。まず最初に QREP について説明いたします。先ほど QREP につきましては谷川さんの方から少し説明がありましたので、簡単に説明します。QREP というのは九州大学ロバート・ファン・アントレプレナーシッププログラムの略称になっておりまして、参加者は九州大学と早稲田大学の学生、大学院生、社会人各回30名程度が参加しております。またこちらはロバート・ファンさんからの寄付金を主にして運営させていただいております。目的をアントレプレナーシップの開拓としておりまして、こちらの図にありますように1週間のシリコンバレーでのフィールドスタディを中心とした教育プログラムになっております。こちらが具体的な2009年度 QREP5 期の内訳になっております。見ていただければ分かると思うんですが、性別や年齢、専攻問わず多様な参加者によって成り立っており、こちらが QREP の、魅力の一つだと言えると思います。さらに今回、2010年度で、出身者は150名を超える予定です。現地プログラムにおきましては課外活動と講師の方々による講義が行われました。まず、課外活動の方から説明させていただきます。こちらはシリコンバレーらしいところ1週間で弾丸訪問をしてまいりました。主に、シリコンバレーを代表とするような企業を訪問、こちらのロゴにある企業ですね。企業を訪問したり、また、スタンフォード大学生とのディスカッションを行いました。こちらのディスカッションでは、例えばキャリアに関する意見交換であるとか、日本両国でのビジネスの提案を行ってまいりました。次に、具体的なその講義の内容を説明します。講義ではシリコンバレーで自分の自己実現、また夢実現に向けて努力している方々の生き様に触れ、自らのキャリア形成を考えるきっかけになりました。講義後も個々でその先生と対話する機会もあり、大変貴重な経験となりました。こちらは QREP5 期の、写真なんですけれども、で講義後も、講義が終わった後、夜から朝まで講義について語り合ったり、また私はこの QREP を通して1週間ほとんど寝れなかったんですけれども、本当に興奮する、講義をしていただきました。次に個人発表に移らさせていただきます。私の方からは一歩踏み出す重要さと題しまして発表をさせていただきます。私は QREP を通して一歩踏み出す重要さということを改めて知りました。シリコンバレーにいらっしゃる方は皆外へ出てみなさいとおっしゃっていました。1週間のプログラムを通して参加者同士やまた講師の方々からお話を聞いたり、またディスカッションをしたりするうちに、とっても新鮮な気持ちになったことを今でも覚えています。その意見交換の中で自分の視点が徐々に変わっていくこと、 さらに考え方の幅が広がっていくことに本当に驚いたのを覚えています。日本に帰ってきて自分の生活に戻った時に、これが外に出るっていうことなのかということを感じました。外に出ていくということは、今まで外だったものが内側になります。その繰り返しで自分を中心としながら自分の持っている世界がどんどん広がっていきます。私は今までやってみたいけれどもという言葉が意外に多く自分から出ていて、でもそれは自分が無理だと決めつけていただけで、もしかしたらできるかもしれない、またそもそもやってなかっただけなんじゃないかということに気づきました。今回のQREPは自分の外側へ一歩踏み出すきっかけを与えてくれました。無理だと思っていたことももしかしたらできるのかもしれない、その気持ちでこの一歩を次の一歩の原動力にしていきたいと思います。私としてはQREPがそのきっかけになりまして、一歩踏み出した後どうしようかと考えたときに、今の自分の生活に決して満足していないわけではなく、学生生活も楽しいのですが、さらにやはりもっと刺激的な環境に身を置きたいということで、東京大学の大学院に来年度から進学します。自分の専門とする領域を深めつつ、でも自分の興味のあることに対してどんどん挑戦していく、そういうふうにして自分の世界をもっともっと広げていけたらなと思っています。
はい、では次は私が個人的にQREPのプログラムを通して学んだことを紹介したいと思います。一言で言うと、やるという意思がネットワークを作り出すということです。一つ目、この写真、多分ちっちゃい子がですね、補助輪がないのにちょっと着目してもらいたいんですけども、お父さんか誰かに手伝ってもらって、おそらく初めて補助輪なしで自転車を自分で運転しようとしているところなんですね。でこれって客観的に見ると、今思うと、誰しもができるようになっていて簡単に思えるけれども、主観的におそらく子どもの気持ちになって考えると多分難しかったんであろうと。でもここから想像できるのは、おそらく子どもはこの後多分補助輪なしでこの自転車を一人で乗れるようになると、運転できるようになるということです。でここでこれをできるようになったかどうかっていうのは非常にシンプルで、この時にやったかどうか、やる意思を持ってそのまま自分で漕ぎ続けたかどうかっていうことだったと思います。で私がシリコンバレーに行って感じたことは、シリコンバレーで出会った、またQREPを通じて出会った人たちというのは、やるかやらないかっていう意思決定を迫られた時に、少なくともその違いを認識し、やるっていう意思決定をした人が比較的多いなっていうところでした。でじゃあ翻って自分の生活を考えてみた時に、やるかどうかっていう意思決定の前にやらないっていうことがあまりにも自分の生活にナチュラルに入り込んでいるなっていうところがですね、気づきとしてありました。なので私はやるかやらないかで、なるべくその違いを見極め、やるっていう意思決定をなるべく姿勢として持ち続けたいなというのがまず一つ目、QREPを通じて学んだことです。で2つ目、ネットワークというものがとても大事だと、シリコンバレーでは大事だということを日本語で言うと耳にタコができるぐらい何回も何回も繰り返し言われました。帰ってきてからも言われました。でも私ですね、このQREPに参加した時に修士課程2年生で、私の専攻が物理学科だったこともあってですね、比較的日本でいうところのオタクのようなですね専攻で、かつ自分がやりたいことにずっと邁進し、あんまり人とコミュニケーションを取ること得意ではなかったんですね。でそういう中で人とコミュニケーションを取って自分の人脈であったりとか仲間を広げていくっていうことに対する何らかのインセンティブ、モチベーションはあんまり持っていませんでした。なので正直言った時にネットワーキングが大事なんだ、ネットワークが大事だっていう言葉はあまりピンとこなかったんですね。でも何か大事だっていうのはずっと心の中に残ってまして、その後働き始めてコンサルタントとして3年間働いている経験の時に、お客さんと出会う、クライアントと出会ってコミュニケーションを取り始めて、何か人とコミュニケーションというのは何かを生み出すということが学び始めました。でもこれも何か違うと、これは何かコミュニケーションを取ってるけれども、これはネットワーキングというよりはコネクト、日本語で言うとコネ、人脈、何か人と人とのコミュニケーションが発生しているけれども、これはネットワークにはなってないと思ってたんですね。でようやく分かってきたのが去年ぐらい、大学を辞めて、 仕事を辞めて大学に入り、何らかの研究活動及び何かもしかしたらアントレプレナーシップの発揮と言えるかもしれないような活動をスタートし始めた時に初めて、これがネットワーキングの力なんじゃないかというのを思い始めました。何か新しいことを始めようとした時に、自分が例えば九州大学という日本でもいい大学を卒業していたこと、例えばコンサルタントだったということ、東京大学の学生であったということはそこまで重要ではなくて、自分自身がどういったビジョンを社会に対して持って、それをどういうふうに自分のスキルセットおよび自分の仲間と共にやり遂げるかっていうのを個人として説明できて、人として個人の巻き込めるかっていうところが初めて重要であるっていうことに気づいたんですね。でここで言いたいのは、何か新しい次の一歩をやるっていう意思決定をして歩き始めて初めてネットワーキングの重要性が少なくとも私は理解するようになったと。でその一つのきっかけがもちろんこの QREP のネットワークでもあり、東京大学でイノベーション教育を施す教育プログラムの iSchool であり、モチベーション教育を小学生に対して提供するモチベーションメーカーであり、途上国向けのものづくり、適正技術を使ったものづくりのシードコンテストという取り組みでもあります。で最後に、実はですね、先ほど南部さんのお話の中のベンチャー起業家の要素の2つ目ですね、行動することで、それが出会いを生むっていう言葉があったんですけども、実はそれを言いたかったっていうことが私の中にも分かりました。で何かをやるかやらないかって、やらない時はやらないっていう意思決定をしているっていうことを多分強く認識した方がよくて、何かをやったらおそらくやるときは何か社会に対してポジティブな影響を与えることをやろうと思っていると思うので、誰かしらは手伝ってくれるんですね。でその人と人との手伝ってくれるっていうすごく人間的なヒューマンなコミュニケーションの連続がネットワークというのを生んで、そのやることの成功確率を上げるんだろうなと思いました。でその成功確率を上げるということが一つやるアントレプレナーシップを発揮する一つの自分にとってのモチベーションに今なっているところです。以上です。
はい、ありがとうございました。はい、それでは続きまして、アシル・アハメド先生、お願いいたします。
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. Today, I would like to introduce you a different world. The world where the requirements are different, the entrepreneurship definition is different, and the way people use the technology is different. I just want to start with a very simple example. In 2009, WHO reports that 1.5 million kids died of diarrhea. 1.5 million kids in 1 year. If you divide it by 365, 4,000 kids die of diarrhea in 1 day. In India itself, more than 1,000 kids die, 25% of the whole population. 1,059 kids died of diarrhea in India in 2009. So the mothers of those kids were asked, "What do you do when your kids have diarrhea?" 35% of the mothers answered. The question was, "What do you do? Do you stop feeding water, or do you continue feeding water?" 35% of the mother answered, they stop feeding water. So now you can see where the problem is. It is not the problem that we don't have medicine for diarrhea. It is not the problem that they are not affordable to buy medicine for diarrhea. The problem is the information. Information was not rightly reached to these unreached people. So one keyword is information that I'll be talking about in my presentation. The second thing, in contrast, in 2009, what happened? There was one disease called H1n1 Swine Flu or Shingata influenza. What happened in 2009? Again, WHO says 14,000 people died of H1n1 influenza. What happened? Why is this small figure? Because again, information flew faster than the virus. And we were ready. We took necessary attempts to fight against H1n1. And there is another thing which is important is business. It was a good business for somebody. diarrhea is not a disease for the rich people. Diarrhea is a disease for the poor people. There is no business there. So even it's an old disease, it is not really, we are not fighting against this. So two keywords I want to match. One is information and one is business. So today I'd like to introduce how technologies, information communication technology is my field. I'm not really from the business side, I'm from the information communication technology side. I'd like to introduce how technologies can solve few social problems, global social problems. This is the agenda. I'll talk about social goals, social needs, and research seeds. And we have developed certain Grameen technology lab in Kyushu. I'll probably talk something about this. Tanigawa sensei was saying what exactly triggers us to do this kind of work. So the left part was my academic background. I started my professional work from 1999. I worked in Tohoku University. I was in Avaya Labs, and I also worked in NTT Communications. I developed my IT skill there, and also worked for developing and researching services for the rich segment of the people. I divided my time into two. In the daytime, I worked for this organizations. At the nighttime, I was working, I had developed my own foundation to solve education problem in Bangladesh. I wanted to see whether I can do the opposite thing, whether I can do my hobby in my daytime and do probably some professional work for the rich segment of people. In 2006, two things happened. Number one, there was Kyushu University Research Superstar Program announcement, where I had an opportunity to propose that I can redesign the social information infrastructure of developing countries, which I proposed to Kyushu University. Kyushu University agreed. And another thing, there was an announcement of Nobel Peace Prize. Professor Muhammad Yunus, the Grameen Bank chairman, he received the Nobel Peace Prize. He was doing something similar what I was dreaming of, what I was doing in my selfless time. So I thought it was a very good social recognition. So that really was the trigger that I wanted to quit my job in NTT and came to Kyushu University and Grameen. I sent the same proposal to Kyushu University and also to Grameen. Kyushu University said, well, why don't you do the theoretical part in Kyushu University and see and implement your theory in Grameen in Bangladesh. Grameen has a very good network. So I have two positions, one in Kyushu University as an SSP researcher, and also I founded one project in Grameen Communications. It is called Global Communication Center. I direct that project. So what we produce? We work for the segment where, this is, by the way, this is an economic pyramid. 69% of the population live under $5 a day. Characteristics of the people, they have low income, low literacy rate, low property. They don't have enough access to social services like health, education, or business. But they have access to mobile phone. That was a very good resource I thought of. I produced 4 big projects in Kyushu University. I will introduce 3 of them today. Number 1, Gram Web, One Village, One Portal. This is what has been lacking. Like, people don't have information. What is happening in the other world? What kind of knowledge do they have? So the platform I produced is capable of 85,000 websites. Bangladesh has 85,000 villages, by the way. So what kind of information can be collected? It is information about the villagers, how do they live, their population, everything. And I can probably talk about this platform later. It's coming so energetic that people are giving, they're teaching us. It is not only that we are teaching them, it is knowledge dissemination from the bottom up, bottom. And let me just give you one example. In Bangladesh, it takes 10 long years to just count the people, how many people are there in the country. In Japan, it takes 5 years. But if we have this kind of web technology and have mobile phone in people's hand, it is possible to collect only this tiny information in every day. So we can really collect that information in a day. And it is possible, different type of entrepreneurship is possible there in the village. You can imagine 85,000 entrepreneurship can be born in one shot. The second project I want to introduce is e-Passbook. This is a device that we developed in Kyushu University. Look at the right side of the picture. These ladies are Grameen Bank borrowers. They used to use manual passbook to write down their loan information. So when they receive a loan, they write it down, and when they give back, they also write it down in a manual passbook. So what happens? There are some problems, and Grameen wanted us to digitize this card. So normally what we do in Japan, for an example, we have bank cards like this. So in the card, this technology is the chip that it's embedded in the card, and this part is the jacket. So why the size of this card is like this? The answer is just to accommodate this in our wallet. So this is the requirement. But these ladies do not have a pocket. They don't use wallets. They have a different requirement. So when I introduced this card to them, they said, we used to see whatever written in the book, but I cannot see anything in this card. So I thought this is a very big requirement, and Japan has the technology to meet this requirement. So we added a display in the card. So if you see on the left side, there is a display. It's a card, by the way. We added a display card. Then we see, well, in the rural areas in Bangladesh, of course, we don't have enough electricity or battery because you need some sort of energy to use this display. So we added a solar panel on the top. So this is how devices can be produced using the existing technologies, but the product can be different. The technologies are the same, but the product will be different. When we devised this product, then Grameen asked me, how much does it cost? Because the manual passbook, it costly only 25 cents. This will cost H1n1, which is $100. So then we have added other services in the card so that the money the money will come to the card so that they can pay only 25 cents for the card. I'm going to give you one example. There are 4 buttons there. Number 1 is for microfinance. The second one is family health record. It is very important information. Then the second button, you may ask, how do you put family health records in the card? We have developed a health checkup booth. So a lady can go, put their card there, and there are different devices. These days, these devices are getting cheaper and cheaper so that you can take the measurements and put all this information in the card. It is possible. So that was fine. One booth will cost like Sanjuniman and $3,000. It is expensive. Probably one village, one booth will be possible. Then Grameen was asking us, this is not exactly how they require. Grameen Bank and the traditional bank, the difference is, in the traditional bank, clients come to the bank. And how Grameen Bank operates, the bank people goes to the door. So then they're asking, can we go back to the tradition? Like there was a time when doctors used to go with a bag to every door of the houses. And then this was the answer. So we put all the devices in a bag, in a suitcase, and try to make it a $300 mobile clinic so that a village nurse can go to door, collect this information, and send it to the central server. So in Bangladesh, only Grameen Bank has 8.5 million borrowers. If you add their family, it is 40 million people. If we add 3 big microfinance industries, it's 200 million people there. So can you imagine like data of 40 million, and now 120 million people are there. And this is a very invaluable information for the government, for the NGOs, WHO, and also for the researchers. So this information can bring money for the card. We have an externship program. We send 100 students to go to Bangladesh to see how the situation in Bangladesh, and they make a proposal how they can solve the problem in their own way. We produced a social business. It is called Gramini Kiguni Maitake. It was announced last year. Well, I'll stop here. I don't have much time. So we are doing all this kind of research in an organization now, what is Grameen Technology Lab in Kyushu University. Thank you very much.
アシュル先生、ありがとうございました。それでは続きまして、3つの海外の大学の先生方からお話をいただこうと思います。最初にそれでは MIT マサチューセッツ工科大学のアントレプレナーシップセンターのプロジェクトマネージャーでありますホゼパチェコ様からお話しいただきます。ホゼ様、お願いします。
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. So this year that Kyushu University celebrates 100 years, it's also the year that MIT celebrates 150 years. And so it's such an honor and humble honor, honestly, to be here to represent my MIT colleagues, to bring both my greetings, their greetings, and our congratulations. It's the work that's happening here is so important because we all know the world needs more entrepreneurs. But I think we not only need entrepreneurs, we need entrepreneurs with heart and passion. And that's what's happening here. And the beginning of QREC is such a great event for this. Today, as we celebrate the opening of QREC, it's also an opportunity to reflect on what entrepreneurial leadership means. And entrepreneurial leaders know that they have to recruit world-class talent. World-class talent means recruiting people that are smarter than you, that are more flexible and more energetic. And one of the most important persons that you recruit to your team is your honorary chairman of the board, and that's your spouse. And so with that, Dr. Huang, you've done very well. Congratulations. And Dr. Lily Huang, thank you for being part of such a great, wonderful team. So, now, that was my opening remark, and I understand I have 10 minutes, but since it was the opening remark, it really doesn't count as my 10 minutes. So the desired outcomes of today, we have a lot of information to present, but I want to focus on a few things. The first is to give you some information that we think is important for your career. The skills of entrepreneurship are now necessary whether you're starting a company or work in a large company. Starting a new product, developing a new market, and starting a company are similar in nature. And so the skills that are going to be taught in QREC and the inspiration is part of any career and should be part of any career. Also, we are here to demonstrate our personal and professional commitment to the success of QREC. A little bit about MIT. Professor Ed Roberts, chairman of the Entrepreneurship Center, did a study and found that if you count the number of MIT alumni companies, count their revenue, they would form conservatively the 17th largest economy in the world, or non-conservatively about the 11th largest economy in the world, employing about 3 million people and having annual revenues of $2 trillion. It's an amazing number. So we do believe entrepreneurship can be taught. We've been doing it for a long time. We'll talk more about the need for entrepreneurship. Well, let's just agree that we need it in the interest of time. The mission of the Entrepreneurship Center is to inspire MIT's men and women to create the next generation of great companies, innovation-based companies. And we do it with these 5 values. We like to think of the Entrepreneurship Center as a home. Every entrepreneur needs a place where they can go find people like themselves. People that are passionate about changing the world for the better. And these are the values that we have in our home for entrepreneurs at the Entrepreneurship Center. Collaboration, diversity, experimentation, being an honest broker, and then Latin, mind and hands, men and manas. And you've heard that before throughout the day today. And these are the 4 activities that we do at the Entrepreneurship Center. We educate. We do believe entrepreneurship can be taught. You also have to practice those skills, and so we like to nurture. We've heard about networking. And as importantly, we celebrate. We celebrate the successes of entrepreneurs, but we also celebrate the attempts, what some people might call failures, because they're part of the learning process. Celebrate, educate, nurture, network. This is an ongoing process. I mentioned innovation-based entrepreneurship. Our definition of innovation, and you'll hear many definitions, our definition is to invent, what we just heard about today, plus commercialize, bring it out into the world to have a positive impact. The next few slides have a lot of information, but I'll just mention that this particular slide is very important. Here, at the bottom, you have several centers of entrepreneurship at MIT that focus on different areas of the innovation process. The point of this slide is to simply say, we can't do it alone at the Entrepreneurship Center. We need our colleagues around the university. And this is what I'm beginning to see happening here. And this is wonderful. How do we do it? MIT's porous borders, the continuous interaction between industry and academia, is supremely important. Our faculty themselves are entrepreneurs and serve as role models. And it's also collaboration between our business school and our science and engineering schools. It's part of that diversity, it's part of that definition of innovation, to invent plus commercialize, and having a global outlook from day one. This is basically about networking. We've heard a lot about that. I'm going to skip this. So here are some reflections for how the success of Kyushu University. We already know it's difficult to find great entrepreneurs. Expanding the network, expanding the number of students that can participate, expanding the number of faculty is going to be very important, because it's already difficult enough to create great entrepreneurs, and we need so many more. Cultivating diaspora investments. Dr. Huang and Mrs. Lily Huang are great examples of this, where you have someone in a different market that has a close and personal tie to the home and wishes to make a positive impact. They are better than venture capitalists in making change. They are demanding, they expect excellence, they bring talent and network to your ventures, and they take a long-term view, but they're also fair, and sometimes, because they realize, as entrepreneurs themselves, that every experiment may fail, and so they may be forgiving. So taking advantage and using that network of alumni and diaspora is it's also very important. We already talked about invention plus commercialization. Entrepreneurship is a long-term game. It's something that you have to maintain a clear vision. And I'm very happy to see the top leadership of the university and of the government taking this long-term view. And then focusing on opportunities. At MIT, for example, we focus on a few diversified but important clusters: energy, design, infrastructure. We're beginning to look at robotics, and then for Kyushu, there's probably similar clusters, and there may be some other local ones. But focusing on the clusters allows you to develop a workforce that interacts between different and supports different industries. This slide and the next slide basically say, we've been doing this, and it's taken us 20 years. This is actually the year we celebrate our 20th anniversary at the Entrepreneurship Center as well. And I'll mention that we started in 1991, and the first time we started, it didn't work. It failed. And so we had to start again in 1996. So even the Entrepreneurship Center at MIT and at QREC, I would tell you, is a startup. It's a new venture. It's an experiment. And by drawing upon the expertise of world-class talent, they can be successful. And over these 20 years, we've developed over 50 courses. We've also developed a nurturing network of student organizations. These student organizations serve as a way for the students to learn what they're, to practice what they're learning in the classroom and practice it in real life. It expands their network, it develops their capabilities to interact with other students, to recruit fellow students, and create something out of just an idea. And finally, every home needs a physical space. This is our physical space. This is a place that 24 hours a day, and I mean that, 24 hours a day, students from all over campus can come in, sit down, and work together. They actually, I don't have a picture here. Oh, yeah, I do, at the very top. They can write on our walls. They can eat there. We have a little kitchen. They are constantly coming in and out. I have gone in at 2 in the morning as I was about to take a flight, for example, and I have found students working there on their entrepreneurial projects. Having QREC, providing a home, is a wonderful opportunity to bring that group of entrepreneurial students together. So with that, I will only mention one more thing, that there is an entrepreneurship workshop in Seoul, Korea, in March. It's closer than Tokyo. It's entirely organized by our students, and hope you can make it. I'll give you more information. So thank you. If you have any questions, this is my email address. I'd be happy to answer it. And also thank you from the rest of the team at the MIT Entrepreneurship Center. And again, congratulations. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。それでは続きましてスタンフォード大学のですねダッシャー先生からお話しいただきます。
Good afternoon, everybody. I would also like to add my congratulations to Dr. Huang, Mrs. Huang, and to everyone here for creating this new center. This may indeed change Japan, and I look forward to cooperating for years to come with QREC. I have been fortunate to participate on the Stanford side in the exchange program in Silicon Valley for QREP for the last 5 years, and so I'm very happy to see this expand to help other students at the university. Today, I want to give you a slightly different model than MIT. Stanford is well known for entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurs had been coming from Stanford University for over 100 years. But even though there was a steady stream of companies coming out of Stanford, really entrepreneurial culture developed in Silicon Valley from industry sources as well as from the university, and there were no formal education programs about entrepreneurship at Stanford until about 1995 or 1996. Then 2 programs were started very close to each other, one in the School of Engineering, which is the Stanford Technology Ventures program, and the other in the Graduate School of Business, which is the Center for Entrepreneurial Studies. There are also a number of different courses across the university that teach entrepreneurship, including one that I teach on international technology management and also on entrepreneurship in Asian high-tech industries. You see a much more distributed model of university programs where there's not one center. This kind of matches Stanford culture, and as we'll see, this allows us to target the individual programs to what the students really need. And finally, on this slide, student-run associations, organizations that were created by students and are run by students, are a very important factor in what we do for entrepreneurship at Stanford. In the School of Engineering, the Stanford Technology Ventures program produces a broad range of entrepreneurship courses. This is a focal area at both the undergraduate and the graduate levels, although they do not provide a special degree. But beyond the courses, it's the real-world activities that are at least as significant. One is the Mayfield Fellows Program, which carefully selects Stanford students to go on a summer internship, meaning they go work at a startup company that is sponsored by a venture capital firm. Over 200 students apply for this program every year, and only 12 are selected. These are from Stanford students, so this is considered a very high mark that helps students get a job if they can get into the Mayfield Fellows program. There are many practitioners who teach in the Technology Ventures program, including courses that are taught by venture capitalists, courses that are taught by entrepreneurs. They are given the title consulting professor. And we also have many guest lecturers with people coming in on a one-time basis from industry. There are various hands-on activities such as E-Week, where students meet with various other entrepreneurs and venture capitalists. And also the Technology Ventures program is concerned with formal research into various areas related to entrepreneurship. They organized the Roundtable for Entrepreneurship Education, which now takes place in 3 locations across the world each year. They have also provided an Entrepreneur Corner website of resources for people who are studying entrepreneurship at other institutions. The Graduate School of Business has a very different group of students. In the engineering school, you have students with a technical background who are younger. The students may come from various backgrounds into the MBA program in the business school, but they tend to be older. They tend to have real company experience. They have different demands from the professors than the management science and than the STVP students do. So also, I should point out that typically MBA students do not form companies immediately after leaving the university. They tend to go to work for large companies at rather high salaries. That's why they want an MBA. This Center for Entrepreneurial Studies prepares courses specifically for this different group of students. They have also started a university-wide program of evening classes and other activities for master's, PhD, MD, and postdoc students across Stanford. It's very difficult to find time for students to study at the graduate level, so they've taken an evening class approach to provide entrepreneur content to these other students. The student-run associations really preceded the formal programs in entrepreneurship at Stanford. BASES founded Stanford's business plan competition, and they still run it. They raise all of the money for prizes. They engage the judges. They engage all of the sponsors of the program and find mentors for the student teams. Another program that I'm directly involved with for the last 12 years is the Asia Pacific Student Entrepreneurship Society, which has grown into a worldwide network of students, mostly at the undergraduate level, that come together once a year at Stanford and someplace in Asia for a second summit conference every year. They are organizing practical activities and many speeches at Stanford. These programs give students an opportunity to exercise real leadership with faculty standing in the background and making sure they don't get into trouble. But the students deserve all the credit for organizing the programs. Now, Stanford students have formed a business incubator inside the campus. This is the first time Stanford has ever had a business incubator, and it's run by students who are using mentors like myself from the out, and also professionals from the outside to help the students. Stanford itself doesn't really have to promote entrepreneurship. It's in the middle of Silicon Valley, a very entrepreneurial culture. So Stanford's own university policies really emphasize quality control. This includes the area of intellectual property ownership. It includes a strict policy against any secrecy in research. There is a policy where professors may not hire their own students for a startup company until the student graduates. But there are liberal policies as well. Professors can leave and found their startup companies without pay from Stanford, but they can usually take up to 2 years away from their usual duties. If you ask what's really strong about this point, I think that Stanford has been able to focus on practical aspects of entrepreneurship for a group of people who are already interested in entrepreneurship. The things that Stanford does really well include combining both practitioner and academic viewpoints in regard to entrepreneurship, including many activities outside the traditional classroom. Students meet real business people. They make real contacts throughout Silicon Valley, and they have real entrepreneurial experiences before they graduate. And finally, I think the student-run associations are very important. This is where the students really learn to drive the car themselves, not just be taught how to drive. I am a bit concerned that maybe Stanford could become too entrepreneurial. We've had so many successful students that sometimes I worry that students think if they don't create the next Google, they're a failure. It's very important to have other courses for your personal enrichment in addition to business courses and courses in your major. This is where new, fresh ideas often come from. And it's also important to let students see that starting and growing a company is indeed very difficult. You really have to love the idea of your company or you will not work hard enough for it. Sometimes it is difficult in this very distributed environment to coordinate between the existing programs. We all rely heavily on outside funding, and it's easy to compete against each other. It's easy to forget when we're teaching our students inside Silicon Valley that the rest of the world may not be so friendly to entrepreneurs. And students do need to expect difficulty, especially when they get into a more traditional environment and maybe even when they talk to their parents who expect them to get a good job with a big company. I think the big question is, what direction will entrepreneurship education take from now? Will it take a more sports or performing arts-based model in which not only do you have teachers teaching about the subject, you have coaches who coach the subject. And what really happens is what the students do on the playing field. And the entrepreneurship education program is not really the playing field itself. It's the preparation room. Or it could be just cognitive. It could be just about entrepreneurship. I hope it's the former. If we become too academic and not involved in practical activities enough, then I think we will all lose. Thank you. That's the end of my presentation.
ありがとうございました。それでは続きまして最後になりますが、シンガポール国立大学のワンポーカム教授先生です。よろしくお願いいたします。
First of all, I'd like to thank Tanegawa-san for giving me the opportunity to be at these historic occasions. I see this is the new beginning of entrepreneurial sort of dynamism in Kyushu, and also to give me the opportunity to be here in this exchange to learn from others on how we can play our role as entrepreneurship educators more effectively. Okay. My university, National University of Singapore, is the oldest and most established university in Singapore, a bit like Kyushu as a national university, although we have been corporatized since 2006. We were officially formed in 1905, so we celebrated our 100th year about 5 years ago. Yeah? In 2001, a number of us convinced the then new president of the university to really add a new dimension to the university mission, which until then was to be excellent in teaching and research. And the third dimension we wanted the university to add is really to be contributing to the development of entrepreneurship and to create a more enterprise mindset among our faculty, among our students, and among our alumni. And the way we do this is to have really to integrate all the various functions of the university that relate to industry engagement and partnership, like technology licensing, industry collaborations, and also all the educational programs that are related to giving students the opportunity to learn about entrepreneurship, and also providing support infrastructure and services to help those students, professors, and alumni who actually want to start their own ventures, whether it is for profit or for social impact. So you can say, therefore, we have really three broad sort of activities. And my center, the Entrepreneurship Center, is one of the divisions within the NUS Enterprise, and we have essentially played these four major roles. First is that we try to develop new experiential learning of entrepreneurship. As the other speaker have highlighted, entrepreneurship, we believe, from an educational standpoint, is best learned by sort of learning by doing. We do have the normal sort of classroom-based courses like the one that our colleague from MIT has mentioned. But what I want to highlight afterwards is a little bit more about the development of new experiential-based learning of entrepreneurship. The second thing, of course, is that besides giving some credit-based courses, we want to engage the whole community to really be more aware and be excited by the buzz of entrepreneurship, and that's what we call it under entrepreneurship development. And third is that for those students, alumni, and professors who actually having become excited about entrepreneurship and really want to start a venture, we provide sort of incubation support services, what we call the NUS Enterprise Incubator Ecosystem. And lastly, as an educational institutions, part of our mission is to really produce new knowledge that will be helpful to practitioners. And in this case, the center's job is to really to produce new knowledge about how to be a more effective entrepreneur. And so in this sense, these are the four functions that we carried out in our center. Let me start by focusing about experiential entrepreneurship educations. And the key idea here, as had been summarized by others, is that We want the learning of entrepreneurship to be through an immersive experience. So you will see in a short while, I will talk about some internship programs. And the key goal is really to achieve a mindset change towards a more entrepreneurial outlook. The major goal in this educational pedagogy is to change mindset. Because once the mindset is changed, the student will be self-motivated to learn more about skills. Skills can come later, but first you must change the mindset. So in this sense, we may be somewhat different from Stanford and MIT in that they already had a long history of having attracted a lot of entrepreneurial-minded students, have very entrepreneurial-minded faculty. We, to some extent, are like Kyushu University. We start from a more traditional university where students are not that entrepreneurial-minded, where faculty are more focused on research. And that's why our main focus, at least in the first phase of the center, is really to change mindset. And the other important part is to develop a global outlook and awareness. This is probably a much more critical need in a context like Singapore because we are a very small economy. Anyone who wants to start a new venture must think about how to go global. So one of the programs we have developed over the years is something called Overseas College Program. The basic idea is an internship one-year program where they worked in high-tech startup company, early-stage company in innovative hubs around the world. They work full-time, and the key goal is that they are close to the founders, close to the actions, and actually engage in the activity itself. So we make it 1 year because we know that many internship programs that are too short doesn't work because they are not given real responsibilities. But for 1 year, they are all treated like employees and given real jobs. So learning by doing, and on a part-time basis, they take courses in our partner universities. This also has the objective of integrating what they learn in the classroom, but also to help them build the social capital link to the local students in the environment. We started the first program in Silicon Valley in 2001, partnering Stanford, and I want to take this occasion to thank Stanford for allowing our students to join some of the classes to learn about technology entrepreneurship. Then we have a program in Philadelphia because of the high concentration of life science for our students interested in the biomedical industry. We have a program in Shanghai, Stockholm, India, and Beijing. And our president is committed to extend this to 10 locations. Our job now is to identify 4 more locations in the world. We are actually thinking about doing some place in Japan, but of course the language could be a barrier, but we are working on it. This gives you some idea about the number of students who have came through the program. We have a similar internship program in Singapore itself with early stage high-tech startup company. This is shorter because the overseas exposure elements is not as critical, but we also want to make sure that they get exposed to overseas high-tech hubs. So at the end, they go for a 2-week overseas studies visit. So like Kyushu University have done, we send our students on a 2-week to Silicon Valley, but we also send them to China. We are also looking actively at a program of sending them to Japan, maybe 1 week in Kyushu, 1 week in Tokyo. We have a couple of other programs which are targeted with students with different needs. So for example, I've experimented, this is a new experiment, a program where we get some of our PhD students who have made interesting discovery to so-called write an extra chapter about how their invention, their discovery could be commercialized. So it is a way for them to learn about how to patent their technology, concept about licensing and learning about writing a business plan, talking to potential customer. These are things that traditional PhD students don't learn because they focus on technical things. And we give them a supervisor who is not their science and technology supervisor from their academic faculty, but someone who is an entrepreneur or venture capitalist who have a lot of knowledge about that industry where the technology is likely to be applied. We have also introduced small grants to really nurture students with innovative ideas to go and try and do it. And in fact, I'm pleased to say that a number of these grants that we supported are actually projects along the line of what our friend who talked about the Grameen Creative Lab. They are really sort of new social venture, some of them in the developing country like Cambodia and in India. But we also incubate designers who come up with new design and also need some test bedding and so on. We, like MIT and Stanford, emphasize a lot on student initiative. So, for example, the annual national, the startup in Singapore is a business plan that is run by our student every year. Except that we make it open not just to the students, but to everyone in Singapore. And in fact, we encourage the students in NUS to go out and team up with actual researchers from public research institutes, to team up with experienced engineers who have a lot of years of experience, to team up with the business executive, to come up with a business plan that draw on the best knowledge from both sides to see how it can be commercialized. And like in the case of MIT, the students have to run it like a venture. They have to raise funding, sponsorship, to make the project self-funding. We also, like MIT and Stanford, encourage a lot of student initiatives. These are just some examples. So just to highlight two, CEO is actually started by Chinese students who have studied in our university and want to build link between Singaporeans who are interested in entrepreneurship with entrepreneurs back in China. And ASEANpreneur is an initiative where we try to link similar entrepreneurship student society from around ASEAN universities to encourage the students to learn from one another and to build network, because we know that one of the ways to grow the market in ASEAN is you've got friends and partners in the region who can help you grow in the region. Unlike MIT and Stanford, because we did not have a long tradition of professors and students spinning up company, we have an actual incubator that can incubate at any one time about 40 over sort of startups. And we actually have a seed fund. We convinced the president to give us $5 million that he somehow finds some way from the university budget to give us a seed fund that we invest in these startup companies by our professors and students. We take equity in them. And also, we, more importantly, we provide them with a network of mentors. These are experienced venture capitalists, angel investors, and entrepreneurs and business executives to serve as mentors to the startup. And we help link them up to follow-on investors, to potential customers, and so on. So here, just give you one example of a company that came out of the university. It's called 10Cube. It's in the mobile security business. The interesting thing is that the student went to the Silicon Valley Overseas College program, came back, participated in our Startup Singapore Business Plan competition, won the first prize, then got seed funding from us, and then they go on and attracted follow-on investors, and recently they got acquired by McAfee. And here's another example of now a spin-off by professors. So these are sort of hopefully examples that will illustrate how we try to create some role models that will eventually interest more professors and students to engage in such activities. And I always tell my university president that my goal for my center is to get myself out of a job. In other words, we will have done our job if the university doesn't need such a center, where the student, where the professor are spontaneously already able to start a company on themselves without help. Because in the long run, we have to be mindful not to help too much entrepreneur, because too much help can prevent them from learning the hard reality of how do you become successful. And so while we try to help, we also want to withdraw the help as soon as it is possible. On that note, I would look forward to any opportunity for exchange and learning from you. You can contact me by my email address here, or by Twitter, or Facebook, or LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
万宝亀先生、ありがとうございました。それでは、6人のパネリストの方からお話を全ていただきました。というところでですね、時間がほとんどないんですが、時間多少ですね、本来であれば6時にこのパネル終わるんですが、5分ないし10分延長してですね、させていただこうと思っております。まず最初にですね、私の方からパネラーの方にいくつかご質問をさせていただきます。そしてその後ですね、会場の方からもし時間があれば一2問質問を取らせていただいて、その後松田先生にまとめていただこうと思います。で、ということで、まず私の方からパネリストの方に質問させていただきます。まずQREPのお二人にお聞きしたいんですが、 QREP に参加していろんなモチベーションを感じて新しいことに進み始めたんですけれども、先ほど私の方から話をしましたように QREP という形で九州大学はモチベーション、いろんなことに気づき何かをやろうという動機はを作るきっかけは与えたと思うんですが、残念ながらその後のですねフォローアップをするような仕組みがなくて、今回QREPのことを考えたわけですが、大学にですねこういうことをやってもらったらもっといいということは何かアイデアがありましたら、思いつきで結構なんですが、一つでも二つでも結構なんでお願いしたいんですが、いかがでしょうか。まず横田さんどうでしょうか。
私はですね今その東京大学のアイスクールっていうイノベーション教育を提供しているところでリサーチアシスタントをしているというのもですねちょっとあるんですけども、今日配っていただいたパンフレットの最後の方の7ページ目ですねのおそらくアイスクールが提供しているのはアイデアジェネレーションの部分だと思ってます。でこの部分をですねもう少しちょっと厚くしていただけるようなことがあると非常にその実践に持っていく時のクオリティが高いので、より実践の中でただ1ヶ月やってみましたではなくですね半年間その社会の荒波の中で揉まれる体験もできるのではないかなと思います。出すアイデアのクオリティを高めるための訓練ですね。でそれをアイデアジェネレーションと私の理解してるんですけども、そういったところをもう少し厚くしてくれると学生としても嬉しいんじゃないかなと思いました。
はい、ありがとうございました。藤田さんどうですか。藤田さん行かれた後私の授業の研究技術経営論っていうのを出ていただいてましたけども、ちょっと難しかったんじゃないかという気もするんですが、そういうことの感想も含めていかがでしょうか。
はい、先生の授業を、受けさせていただきまして、内容は、正直ちょっと難しかったと思います。またそのシリコンバレーでそのお話しいただいたお話というのも自分の今の立場とその人たちの立場というのはやっぱギャップがかなりあって、その日本に帰ってきてから自分の生活を始めた時にもうあれは夢だったんじゃないかと思うぐらいに本当に素晴らしい体験ではあったんですけど、その自分の生活にいかにフィットさせていくかっていうのがすごく難しかったですね。ですのでこういう機会をもっと増やしていただけるっていうのと、こういうプログラムでなんていうんですかね、学級を追ってというか、例えば大学と大学院で長い年月をかけてちょっとフォローアップしていただけたらなと思います。
はい、わかりました。じゃあ芦部先生お伺いしたいんですが、大変素晴らしいプロジェクトにチャレンジされていらっしゃるんですけれども、先ほどのお話では、九州大学で、研究を続けながら、グラミンのプロジェクトっていうのを、夜やりながらということですが、大学として、先生自身はいろんな、個人的な資質もあって大変、チャレンジングでアントレプレナーシップのおありになる方だと思うんですが、どうしてそういうチャレンジングな気持ちなりスキルを身につけられたのかっていう、ちょっとご自分で評価するの難しいかもしれませんが、それを言っていただきたいのと、大学がですねそういうチャレンジングな人たちをサポートする方法としては、その教育だけでいいのか、それとも大学自体がですね先生のようなチャレンジをサポートするような仕組みがもっとあった方がいいのか、そのあたり何かご意見があれば。先ほど最初どうしてこういうことに人格を形成されたのかという自己分析と大学の貢献ということについて何かご意見あればお願いしたいんです。
はい、まず最初の方なんですけれども、多分まずインセンティブという言葉があります。そのインセンティブというのは、例えば僕は社会に出て本当にいい会社に働きたいのか、それがまた別にやったことに対して何かスマイルが返ってくるような仕事に挑戦してみたいのか、それかまた自分で会社を起こしてですね、それはもちろん何か社会課題を解決するという動機なんですね。そのインセンティブはどこにあるかによって多分皆さんのそのトリガーが始まると思うんですけれども、で私の場合は発表でも言ったんですけれども、やっぱり自分のスキルをもう少し社会に役に立てたいというのが私の夢だったので、ちょうど九州大学でそういう仕組みがですねあって理解してもらってたので、こういうことできたと思うんですね。でそれがちょっと私の個人的なインセンティブになっているんですけれども、で2つ目は九州大学として例えば大学でそういうことが行われる きっかけなんですけれども、たまたま私の場合はその社会情報基盤構築再構築するっていう機会を作っていたところが一つオポチュニティだった機会だったと思うんですけれども、そういう動機をこれから一人だけじゃなくてもっと多くの学生に伝えるためにまず情報がすごい大事だと思うんですね。やっぱりモデルというかアメリカで提供されているいろんな方々のモデルを見て多分大学生が今後そういう社会に出ていくチャンスになるかなと思うんです。
はい、ありがとうございました。それでは3人の、海外の大学から来られた先生にお伺いしたいんですが、それぞれですね3人の先生方の大学、大変素晴らしい教育のプログラムとお持ちで、先ほど来お伺いしてましたら、我々の計画自体もですね、間違っていなかったなと、それぞれの大学でおやりになっていらっしゃる計画を、それなりにQRECは取り入れたと思って、それはそれなりに私自身は良かったなと思ったんですが、ただ我々はこれから始めますので、いろんな障害があると思っております。でそういう意味でちょっとお伺いしたいのはですね、それぞれの先生方、今大変素晴らしいプログラムを持っていらっしゃいますけれども、今のそのプログラムを進めるまでの間にですね、いろんな障害があったんじゃないかと思いますけれども、今のその MIT、スタンフォード、そういうシンガポール国立大学、そういったプログラムを今の形にするまで何かどういうそのご苦労障害があったのかということをお伺いしたいのと、それをどういう形で乗り越えてこられたのかということを何かありましたらお願いしたいと思います。まずそれは、MIT の、ホゼ・パチェコさんからお願いしたいと思いますが、いかがでしょうか。
So, of course, we've had many hurdles, and I'll mention again. There we go. I'll mention again the beginning of our history, starting in 1991, when the Entrepreneurship Center was started. One of the reasons we think it didn't work as well as we hoped and had to be restarted, I said 96, actually it was around 94, is that it is a venture. And so what we learned is you actually have to have entrepreneurs and ex-entrepreneurs and ongoing entrepreneurs as part of the faculty and part of the staff of the center. It's not just an academic or research center. And entrepreneurs bring that perspective. And finding the right balance of an entrepreneur with the credibility with the business community, but also the credibility with the academic community is a difficult challenge and something that we continue to struggle with as we recruit new people. So keeping an eye out, an ongoing kind of list of people that would be good to recruit, even for a couple years, that meet that criteria, I think would be very good, and it's an ongoing challenge for us. And the second is in terms of funding. The sustainability of an activity like this, in part, is dependent on what the ongoing revenue model is for the center. And while the university can provide some funding, I do believe it's necessary and important for the Entrepreneurship Center to be entrepreneurial in revenue funding by not only recruiting, by not only generating funds from donors, but also from sponsors, large companies that would like to recruit our students. It keeps us close to the business community by having to always raise part of our funds on a yearly basis.
はい、どうもありがとうございました。それではスタンフォード大学のダッシャー先生いかがでしょうか。
So first, I would like to agree with everything that Jose just said. And second, when the technology venture program first started up in what is now called the Management Science and Engineering Department at Stanford, there were many questions from the regular engineering faculty about whether this was appropriate to have in an engineering school. And I think that several things help to get past that difficulty. First of all, the quality of the content of the program soon revealed that it was something that the engineering school could be proud of. Second, the quality of the students who applied for the program became very competitive, and that was also something that was good for the program. And the professors at Stanford are all under great pressure to publish in their own academic fields, to do world-class work all the time. And by having a resource about entrepreneurship in the university, they could just point their students to the people in the program rather than try to work harder to help the students themselves with things that they're not so comfortable with. So we became a resource for the entire School of Engineering that is well recognized even by the students who are not actually taking that focus in their degree program. And being a resource center for a broad group like that is critical.
Okay, I'd like to echo the key issue raised by Stanford and MIT. But perhaps I should add that maybe for universities like ours and maybe like Kyushu, where we don't have a long tradition of entrepreneurship, I think it's very important that the support must come all the way from the top leadership. We need to have we are grateful that we have a president who is prepared to really support it, and it's not just in words, but in deeds. Remember when we say, you know, if you think it's very important, you got to give us the funding. And when it comes to convincing the faculties, the president have to be there to show the support. Secondly is that you need a leadership team for this change that is credible from two angles. One is that it has to be credible to the academic faculty. At the same time, it must also be credible to the industry. And the problem very often is that if you get someone purely from industry, he has no credibility with the academic faculty. So for example, when we have the overseas college program, that means that some of this internship learning and all that, we need to structure it in such a way that we give them academic credits. And this may mean that it take away some credits from engineering curriculum, because the engineering, the dean will always say, we need to use up all the hours for students to learn engineering. So you need to have an academic tenure track faculty who is academically excellent and therefore can assure that to have the support from other fellow academic professors. And the reality, unfortunately, is that the way it is, academic faculty don't trust other people. They only trust someone who is like them, you know, gone through the same system. Or, you know. So you need one on that team. And then you need someone who are from industry. Again, if you have only academic, the industry won't trust them. They know that you may not be able to teach them well. So I think we are lucky to have a team. I mean, I'm a tenure track professor. At the same time, I have entrepreneurial experience and angel investing experience. That helps a bit. The CEO of NUS Enterprise, she was previously a venture capitalist. And so that helped sort of ensure this credibility on both sides. Third is about resources. I completely agree that as an organization, we need to show that we are entrepreneurial. So the way we run is that from the beginning, the university gave us a budget, but for the last 10 years, the amount they give us has not increased. And yet the work we do has increased manifold. Now, the only way we can do that is by being entrepreneur ourselves to generate revenue over time that will allow us to expand our program. Last, I would just say that it's very important, though, that you manage the expectation of the senior leadership. Because when we embarked on that overseas college program, for example, we told the president that this is a 10-year project. You cannot expect that you start this program, immediately you see a lot of startup companies and so on. Because the goal of the program is not really to have students immediately start company. In fact, many of them will fail. The idea is to change their mindset. Many of them will still go out to work, acquire the experience, but all the time thinking about what ideas to start. So when they're working, they will be learning about what skills to learn, network, build resources, and then they will probably start company, more of them, 3, 4, 5 years after they graduate. So it's very important that you tell the top that don't measure us on how many startups you generate immediately, because that is the wrong performance measure. And so keeping the expectation that this is a long-term transformation, and that's why long-term leadership from the top is very important. Because if imagine tomorrow another person come in and say, oh, I don't believe in this long-term thing and change, then you cannot achieve this long-term goal. Yeah, thank you.
はい、ありがとうございました。今のことに関して私ども九州大学で言いますとですね、今度のこういった新しいセンターを起こします。アントレプレナーシップ教育をするセンターっていうのは、ある意味では大学全体の学生に関わることだということで我々は感じているんですが、先ほどの説明でも申し上げましたけれども、どうもその九州大学、その研究型大学、リサーチユニバーシティだということで、どうしてもその各大学院の先生方がですね、学生がこういったアントレプレナーシップ教育というような、その自分の専門ではないところの勉強をするということに対して、あまりいい顔をしないその先生が多いというのがもう実感をしております。それぞれのですね3つの大学のですねいずれもノーベル賞級のですねその研究者を輩出する大変素晴らしいリサーチユニバーシティですけれども、それぞれの大学のですね中でもっとそのアカデミックな研究をすべきだと、アントレプレナーシップ的な教育はですね、そこそこにしておけというような、そういった雰囲気がないのかなというのはちょっと私感じましたけど、アカデミックなその研究を続けることと、それからこういったアントレプレナーシップ教育を施すということとのバランスっていうのは、それぞれの大学でどういうふうに位置づけられているのかっていうのをお伺いしたいんですけど、いかがでしょうか。これはワンポカム先生の方から、お願いしたいと思いますが、いかがでしょうか。
Okay, I think we must continue to insist on academic excellence, that it cannot be at the expense of academic sort of excellence. But so that's why we say this is a new dimensions, and we need to find ways to integrate within this. And that's why we couch our mission at how to bring a new enterprise dimension to our university's core focus of excellence in academic research and teaching. The moment you are seen as diluting the academic excellence drive, then you will not win the support. So I would therefore say that you need to assure the faculty that you are not diluting the academic rigor of the program, that you will still insist on the same criteria for excellence for the student. The student cannot say that because I'm engaging in entrepreneurship activities, I need not take, I can the easy passing mark, for example, for my academic courses. You cannot do that. So I think that's the dilemma, that we need to maintain this focus on excellence because we are a university.
はい。ではスタンフォード大学のダッシャー先生いかがでしょうか。
I agree with Professor Wang, but I also think that a key factor here is the metric for measuring the success of the program. Stanford's programs, the Technology Venture Program in Engineering, may have a possible way to study entrepreneurship at the PhD level, but I'm not aware of many students at the PhD level. Most of the students are undergraduate and master's level students. That's different from the typical research focus of Stanford, which is very much PhD level research and faculty research. So there has to be some sort of different metric for measuring the success of the program. It is important to have academic rigor. It's important to have people teaching who will be able to stand up to very strong traditional professors and show that they are thinking just as rigorously as someone does in an academic discipline. But I think that probably the success needs to be measured by the job placement record for the next 5 years or 6 years after graduating. Not immediately after a student graduates, but to see how they do in their careers. It may even be for 10 years, to see what kind of impact the content of this program has on the student's ability to strike out, the student's ability to take control of their own career, the student's ability to be active and not passive in whatever job circumstances they have.
はい、ありがとうございました。それでは、ホゼ・パチコ先生どうでしょうか。
So the part of the challenge is that the professors feel their students are taking time away from the research, and you have to accept that there's going to be some professors that just choose not to participate, and that's okay. However, I think one of the ways you convince professors about the research is by showing them that the students that participate in your courses, especially in engineering, are more likely to take that research and implement it, take it out into the world, and then get feedback from the world to make the research better. And so that's part of it. And then the other aspect is being in an academic institution that is research-based, but it's also idealist in some ways. You have to balance on the perception of entrepreneurship being all about money. Entrepreneurship is about values and making a difference. And so having a ongoing conversation with faculty about the values of the program helps them perhaps lose some of the resistance, because otherwise the perception of entrepreneurship can be very bad.
はい、どうもありがとうございます。まだまだ議論は続けたいんですけれども、時間がもうすでに10分ほど超過しております。このあたりで本当であればですね、ご質問会場が取りたいところなんですが、ちょっと時間がございませんので、最後のまとめに入りたいと思います。まとめにつきましては、今日このお話をお聞きになったですね、早稲田大学の松田先生からまとめのコメントをいただこうと思っております。松田先生、よろしくお願いいたします。
今日はQRECのスタートにですね、ご招待いただきましてどうもありがとうございます。私がこちらに伺っているのは2つの理由があると思うんですが、先ほどQRECの方のスタンフォードの方への学生の合宿派遣といいますか、そういうふうなものに早稲田大学の学生も加わっていると。あれなんで早稲田大学の学生加わってるんだということなんですが、これは早稲田大学と九州大学が包括契約を結んでおりまして、包括契約っていうことは大体何もしない契約に近いんですけども、何かリアルなことをやりたいっていうことで、ジョイントのですねプログラムをオペレーションしているわけであります。それからもう一つは、私今ベンチャー学会の会長を2年前に終わったんですが、ベンチャー学会のコアメンバーとして谷川先生や五十嵐先生が入っておられまして、ちょうど起業家教育をどうするかという議論をですね常にして長い間してきたわけです。そういう意味で、今回こういうスタートの時にそういうことも含めて、私が呼ばれたんだろうというふうに思っております。今3人の先生方、まさにアメリカを代表する東と西の MIT とスタンフォード、そして、今本当に身長著しいっていいますか、シンガポール国立大学の先生、こういうことからです、方々からですお話を伺って、QREC のベンチマークっていうのが非常に明確になったなと一方で思いながら、聞いておられる運営当事者は荷が重いだろうなと思いながら合わせてですね、感じております。これは一つ大きな理由があると思いますが、アメリカもシンガポールも人口構造的に非常に若い国だろうと思うわけですね。日本は今サラリーマンの平均年齢が46歳ってご存知でしょうか。というようなことを考えると、最高の高齢化社会にもう日本すでに入っている中で、このアントレプレナーシップ教育をどうしていくか、若い人たちに 2倍3倍のパワーアップをしていただかないと、なかなか日本の財政も含めてですね、日本の運営ができないというところで、改めてイノベーションを社会に対して働きかけるということを、大学側としてどういうことをやるかということの一つの終着点といいますか、逆にスタート点なんですが、これがアントレプレナーシップの教育なんだろうと思います。それで先ほど大学の中での軋轢という意味では、すでに3校代表する3校がいろんな苦労しながらここまで来られているわけですが、日本の大学の場合、今回も非常に少ないスタッフでスタートしているわけです。こういうふうなセンターがスタートしたということは、九州大学のトータルでのリーダーシップというのがあったわけですが、これ日本初という情けない状況なんですね。これがもう10番目ぐらいですと、まだまだ日本も少し活力あるんでしょうけども、現実には日本初であります。そういう意味で日本初のモデルケースになるわけですが、研究っていう基礎研究は非常に長期でありますし、応用研究っていうのはあまり大学の先生はやりたくない。これは短期の成果出ますけど、論文発表にあまり結びつかない。でしかし大学の予算、日本の大学の予算がどんどん削られていますので、自らイノベーションに貢献をして自ら財務力もつけていかなければいけないというところに、実は10年前から非常に明確になっているにもかかわらず、まだ感度が日本は非常に鈍くてですね、それを本当に一生懸命やろうとしているのが、今私が見るところ九州大学と東京大学だというふうにこう見てるんですけども、これは私立大学がそれほどやってるともまた思えませんけども、そういうふうなのが日本の現状だと思います。しかしスタンフォードも MIT も含めてこういうプログラムを動かし始めたのがまだ15年ぐらいなんですね。で日本はここまだ5、6年というふうな時間軸で少しタイム差はあるわけですが、でその間の努力によってあそこまでいけるんだということをですね、我々は学ばせていただけたんではないかなというふうに思ってます。特に、このレックが目指してますプログラムで、プログラムがいつ頃まで完成するんですかってお聞きしました。大体3年ぐらい、そしてこのうちとキャンパスが完成版ができるのは7年ぐらいというふうにお聞きしてますので、3年間の試行期間を設けながら7年で完成版というふうなことになっていくんだろうというふうに思います。これは一つは大学の自治とよく言われますが、大学の自治と言われている中はじゃあ何なのかというと、学部の自治というのが現実にはあるかと思います。で学部の自治っていうことを考えるときに、同じ理工系って広い意味での理工系でも中がバリアがある。ましては理と文系とはものすごくバリアがあると。このバリアを取っ払って横串刺しのプログラムっていうのがこのプログラムなんだろうと思うんです。ですから今までの大学の評価軸とは全然違った評価のプログラムをオペレーションしていくっていう苦労がこれから始まるんだろうなということと、もう一つ非常にここユニークなのは、今多くの大学で日本の大学の場合に学部大学院も含めまして250校が1200科目っていうのをオペレーション、起業家教育関係の教育をやっているわけですね。しかしながら今回こちらでチャレンジしようとしている大学の 1,2 年生からドクターコースまで俯瞰した一貫教育っていうのはどこもやってないですね。ということは非常に多様な人たちがそこに参加できる余地があります。多様な人たちの中には学内の話ではなくて、特にアルムナイも含めた外部の多くの方々の協力も得なければいけないと、そういうことをぜひ3年間でほぼ見通しをつけていただいて、まさにレック自身がベンチャーのスタートアップと同じですので、7年ぐらいにはほぼ目処がついて素晴らしい成果が上げられていると、こういうふうなことが起きて、ぜひこの九州の地が大アジアの発展のですね、日本の玄関口、当然地理的にはもうそういうことですので、実質的に産業界も含めて大学の教育も含めて まさに中核の発信基地になるということを期待いたしまして、私の拙い公表にしたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
はい、松田先生ありがとうございました。それではこのパネル終わりますけれども、今日大変貴重な話を各パネリストの中からいただきました。たくさんのヒントを私自身もいただきましたけれども、一つだけ私の印象に残ったことを申し上げるならば、やはりそのアントレプレナーシップ教育を行う教職員も大学も、起業家精神を持ったアントレプレナーにならなければならないということでした。教える方の側がアントレプレナーではなくて、何がそのアントレプレナーシップ教育かということを痛感いたしました。私自身のことを当然でございますけれども、QREC も九州大学も、そして九州大学の教職員もですね、ぜひ一緒にですねアントレプレナーシップを標榜して前に進んでいきたいなということを強く感じた次第でございます。今日大変長時間お付き合いいただきましたパネリストの方々、皆様海外そして東京から来られた方ばかりでございます。最後に皆様拍手でお礼を言っていただければと思います。どうもありがとうございました。
はい、パネルニュースの皆様、総括をしていただきました増田先生、どうもありがとうございました。皆様と長らく時を過ごしてまいりましたが、最後のプログラムとなりました。最後に九州大学理事副学長安浦博人より閉会のご挨拶を、申し上げます。
それでは最後のご挨拶をさせていただきます。私、九州大学の産学連携担当の理事をしております安浦と申します。本日は九州大学ロバート・ファンアントレプレナーシップセンターの設立記念シンポジウムにご参加いただきまして、長時間にわたりご議論いただきましたことを心から御礼申し上げます。で、一昨年の9月 MIT に私伺いまして、今日も後ろにおられますけど高田先生がロバート・ファンさんの資金をいただいて、まずどんな教育をやるのがいいか、ロバート・ファンさんからとにかく MIT を見に来いと言われまして、で、ホセさんのところに参りまして、もう3日間でしたか、もうべったりいろんなものを見せていただきました。で、2日目の夜に高田先生と2人でスケッチを書き上げまして、でそれをホセさんに見せて意見をくれということで、このQRECの基本的なベースですけどもそれができたわけです。でそこからファンさんにもいろいろご意見いただきましたし、いろいろな先生方にもご意見いただきながら谷川先生のリーダーシップでやっと来年の4月から学生に本当に教育を行える、そういう状況になりました。で本日は駐日大使の米国駐日大使のルース閣下はじめ、パソナグループの南部様、非常に熱い思いをお話しいただきました。で、こういう中で今のパネルにもございましたけど、やはり大学というのは教育のための機関であると。で、うちの有川総長しばしば申しておりますけど、教育のために研究をすると、この姿勢を我々忘れてはいけないと思います。そして、日本のあるいはアジアの中核大学であろうと、そういうふうに我々思っておりますけども、そのためにはリーダーを育てる、リーダーを教育すると、これが やはり基本ではないかというふうに思っております。で、本日ご参加いただきました皆様方、特にご講演いただきましたパネリストの先生方には心から御礼を申し上げたいと思います。そして何よりもこのセンターの設立のきっかけを作っていただきましたロバート・ファン博士に改めて心から御礼を申し上げたいと思います。皆様拍手でファンさんに御礼を申し上げたいと思います。どうぞ。それではこれをもちまして私のご挨拶と返させていただきます。本日はどうもありがとうございました。